Well, we've done a couple now.
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting in the swing of things. I think what we want to really turn our attention to now, Mick, is aliens and UFOs, eh?
Yes, that's a toughie, isn't it? Yeah.
Aliens and UFOs. Now, can you believe the amount of gullible people that there are in this world? Huh?
Definitely not. No,
I mean, apart from your religious, you know, I mean,
yeah,
and they've been indoctrinated since they at birth. I mean, you can probably excuse a bit of that.
Yeah, but people's gullibility for aliens, it's as though they want to believe it. They at the exclusion of all sensibilities.
Yeah, I mean, I find it absolutely amazing. I mean, let's explain where we are, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that's right. Now, in the vastness of space, a scientist called Frank Drake many years ago came up with a rough formula to how many planets in the universe could possibly support life, and he did come up with a figure of millions of possible
billions.
There is the possibility that there's a lot out there. Now, let's define life. A single cell amoeba is life, isn't it? A little worm as big as your fingernail is life. So, when we say there's mathematically there must be life in the universe, we're not talking about bug-eyed aliens, are we?
No, that's right. There's obviously life elsewhere. However, there is also this notion that even with these aliens out there, the chances of stumbling across Earth, you know, and coming here is even more astronomical. It's actually the figure is actually incredible. I mean, it's an incredible figure for the amount of just the amount of planets and galaxies that are out there. Yeah. But the odds of them finding us is even more.
Yeah, we seem to be UFO central, don't we?
Well, we are. I mean, don't forget, it's not one alien species that have found us. It's fucking hundreds.
Yeah.
You know.
And they seem to love America as well, don't they?
Not only, yeah, they love America. Not only are there hundreds of species, you've got your lizard men, you've got your bug-eyed monsters, you know, you've got you've got your cyborgs type stuff. And they've also bought every available spaceship in the fleet with them, haven't they?
Yes, every shape you could possibly imagine.
So they didn't come with one spacecraft.
No.
No, you know.
No.
There's hundreds of them.
Hundreds.
And these people that these UFO and alien nuts, they know where to find them.
They always do, don't they?
They know where to find them.
Whenever they stand outside with a pair of binoculars, they always see dozens of UFOs, don't they?
They appear, don't they? You know?
Yeah,
I mean, and look, when they take pictures of them, even with today's modern digital cameras, you can get a pretty good photo.
Yeah.
Even with you can get a pretty good video photo with an iPhone, even. But all the photos and all the videos are always blurred, aren't they?
Yeah, funny that.
Yeah, it's always. Well, what's that up there? Is that? Oh no, you know, you never see somebody out. I mean, there's how many cameramen are around, like professional cameramen? They never seem to capture.
You don't have to be a professional cameraman.
You don't.
Like you see, with digital photography.
Yeah.
You don't need to be professional.
That's
but
right.
there is another thing that links UFOs with Earth, isn't there? Money.
That's exactly right. It's an industry.
A big industry.
It's a bullshit industry. And it's
yes.
Self-perpetuating bullshit industry. And half of these UFO nuts can't understand that.
No.
You know, I mean, David Icke, you know, he made himself a multi-millionaire on the back of his lizard people, wasn't he?
Yeah. Now David Icke used to be a professional footballer in England. He used to play. He was a goalkeeper for Leicester City, I believe. Anyway, he got a severe injury and had to leave the game. And he became an anchorman on sports programmes. And I've seen him. He was pretty good. But all of a sudden, he turned into an alien nut job, didn't he?
Oh.
And to give him credit, he's written over a dozen books. He does paid tours all over the world.
Yeah.
So
and people believe him.
Yeah. So how bad's that? He's earned a nice little living for himself out of it, hasn't he?
He's no different to the religious, though, is he? I mean, in that way. I mean, people are. If there's somebody out there gullible they'll follow you, won't they?
Yes.
You know. But the UFO issue, though, is really it's a phenomena that, you know, just doesn't want to go away, does it? I mean, there's always somebody out there, oh, I've spotted a UFO, or oh, the government is covering it up. You know, like these conspiracy theories. I mean, the government couldn't cover up you're selling a few fucking rifles into South America. How the fuck are they going to cover up, which would be the biggest story in the history of mankind?
Definitely.
If they had an alien spaceship or even an alien body, would be the biggest story in the history of mankind, with thousands of people involved.
Yeah. Now, science has become very sophisticated, astronomy has. There is still absolutely no positive evidence that life exists outside Earth, is there?
No, none at all. None
at all.
But I mean, the odds are that it does, but even so, it's this business of they're here, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Lizards dressed up with bodysuits of human beings.
That's right, yeah.
And people eat this stuff up,
yeah, and when they peel their face off, they get a big lizard mouth hole when someone comes out, you know, they're like, you know, they are.
And this is what people like David Icke are preaching, aren't
That's
they?
right, and people believe it.
They believe it, they want to believe it. I think the different people that are lizard, I mean, George W. Bush, ex-president of the United States, he was a lizard man, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, and
the Queen.
There's loads of them. They're running the world
yeah.
Dressed up as human beings.
I know. And I tell you, these other people make me laugh, you know, when they talk about Roswell, and there was two Roswells, you know, there was two incidents in the same sort of vicinity, you know, and these people that were involved in it, the ones that are alive today, they're your go-to men.
Yes.
You know, so if there's anything Roswell or any stories come up, they'll go to them, and of course they're perpetuating the story, and and seriously, they'll talk seriously, say, yeah, well, you know, there was this bit of material and we scrambled it up in our hands like that and it sprang back like it was never been, you know, like it was perfect. We tried cutting it, we tried burning it, you know, we tried smashing it with hammers and nothing would alter this material. Ain't it funny though? Broke up into 1,000 fucking bits when it hit a bit of dirt, didn't it?
Yeah.
Eh? Didn't it?
Yeah,
they never go, so why don't they, what these reporters, why don't they ask them that, you know?
I think that what you said is the critical thing. It would be the biggest story, news story ever, wouldn't it? It definitely would be.
Yeah.
And I don't know how anybody could suppress that.
They're a classic, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But what about this extraterrestrial highway then, Keith?
Oh, well, you've got it's obviously a place in America where these UFO nuts gather, and one of the most popular places on there is the Black Post Box.
Yeah.
Well, everybody goes there to get their cameras out. They have these informal meetings. And they always spot a UFO.
Yeah, but what is it about that place then?
Well, that's where all your aliens go, isn't it?
But why?
I don't know.
Why there?
I don't know, but there never seems to be any military people or reporters about, do they? When they spot them, you know.
This is big. This is big news, isn't
that's
it?
Right. Yeah. It's big money and all.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Money.
It's all about you know, a little town like Roswell, right?
Yeah.
No fucker had ever heard of it, had they?
No.
All of a sudden, you get a weather balloon pops down, the world goes crazy. They look at it and think, hang on a minute, hang on. Look what they've been doing in Loch Ness for years.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of bounce, create a bit of, you know.
Perhaps Hobart should do it.
Well, I think Hobart should do it. You know, I think Hobart should do. You know, whether it's paranormal activity or whatever it is. You know.
Yeah, because we do have a paranormal conference here. Once a year.
Yeah.
You can go down and get your aura tested, but that's another thing.
Yeah, there is.
But perhaps we should have an alien one.
Well, that's right. And I know something which is dear to your heart, Mick, is your alien abductees, isn't it? You know,
yes.
I mean,
I love an abductee, yeah.
There's one thing spotting these things, but how many thousands of people have been abducted?
Yeah, and they've been probed. They always get a probe in an orifice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You've got this geezer. I can't think what his name. I think it might be Richard Lear or something like that. And he's a doctor, and he is your go-to doctor for probes, you know.
Right, yeah.
And anybody want to know about alien probes? He's your man who gets on your Discovery Channel, on your History Channel, and all National Geographic. He's your man to go to. I was watching a program on him. There's a 2-hour special of him with taking this alien probe out of some bloke's leg, right?
Yeah.
And they spent hours on it, and he's picked out this thing with tweezers, laid it down, and they've got microscopes on it, and they've done all the tests on it. It turns out to be fucking window glass that the bloke's had in his leg for years, you know. But that's what the official version is, but this Dr. Leah, don't have nothing in it. It's an alien probe.
Yeah.
It's got circuits in it and all of that. You know.
Tell me something, Keith. You know when he does these things for the Discovery Channel, does he get paid to do that?
Obviously, you know. And books. He's got books on the subject. You know,
there you go. We keep coming back to money.
That's what it is. It's all about the old dosh, isn't it? You know. You know, it's these people that these people who've had alien children. There's one woman who keeps coming up on these alien children because she's another go-to for star children, whatever they call them, you know. And she had 15 kids. 15 fucking alien babies, if she's sure. And again, there are people that believe it.
Yes. You know, want to believe it.
Yeah,
want to believe it.
I mean, it's one thing having a Star Trek convention and having a bit of a laugh and a joke about people that dress up and all that. That's it's one thing. But these people, they've got there's a whole new. It's a subculture out there.
It is definitely.
It's a subculture and a bullshit.
They lived a life, didn't they?
They do. Yes. Yeah. I mean, they walk out the door. Fucking UFO. Look at that up there. How many UFOs have you seen?
None.
And I look about. I mean, I've been about. I've never seen one.
I love looking up in the sky, looking at the stars and that, especially in Tasmania where we haven't got the light pollution that you get in say England, for instance. So you get a beautiful bit of stargazing going on.
You do.
But I've never seen a UFO.
And there's people out there that truly believe that sitting behind one of the planets is another planet with all these aliens in it. We can't see it because it's behind another planet, you know. Yeah.
And what about the planet that's on the other side of the sun, that's a parallel universe to Earth?
Oh yeah, well, there's been a couple of films about that.
I know.
But people believe it.
They do believe it.
All this business about, Eric von Daniken, who wrote the Chariot of the Gods. I mean, he was a known con artist. You know, they actually caught him faking artifacts and stuff like that years ago, and. People like him who see all this, reading the stuff that just ain't there. You know, there's a bloke. You know, have you heard of these Sumatra? I think not Sumatra. The Sumerian writings.
Yeah. Cool.
So it's a tablet of all this writing. Yeah. But there's only one bloke in the world who can decipher it. I mean, it's not like your Rosetta Stone. You know, like where people where you've got something tangible and it's proven.
Yeah.
He's the only man in the world who can. And Aliens were in a society years ago, interbred with humans, helped us build all the pyramids, It's all the fantastic, I think that's an insult to the human race.
I was just going to say that. It's funny how the human race couldn't, let's be fair, we're pretty innovative.
We are.
The human race. And we've proved it time and time again with different technologies. Why couldn't mankind produce technologies that can build a pyramid, be they very primitive by today's standards?
It's putting one stone on top of another.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
all it is.
And they had the manpower to do it, and levers, rollers, etc. You can do a lot with those.
No, aliens did it.
Oh right, sorry, I've got it wrong.
Aliens was responsible for Easter Island. Pyramids,
they carved all them stones.
Oh dear. All those big lines out in Peru.
Yeah.
They did all that.
Mankind was living in caves and just bashing one another.
Idiots. Idiots. That to me is an insult to mankind.
It is, definitely, yes. Well, I think we've covered those three subjects adequately, don't you, Kate?
I think so. Look, we could go on, couldn't we?
We could, but that's not the aim. The aim is just a quick fire guide, just to give you a taster.
That's right. Otherwise we could go on, we'd be boring, wouldn't we?
Well, we could go on a bit, couldn't we? Yeah. Well, we hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yes, thanks very much.
And we'll be back very, very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This has been a Blackmans Bay studio production.